Right, this is Daniel Douglas. Getting the bees out of a meter box for the city of Wrightsville. Daniel, is it a big hive?
It is. It's a small hive.
Small? No, I don't
Well,
know.
it's a medium.
Medium?
It's a swarm.
Yeah.
And because there's actually just a little bit of comb that they've started building on.
Yep.
So they've only moved in, I'd say, a couple days.
A couple of days.
A couple days, and they can do that right there.
Got it. And you know, the weird fact about this is 2 years ago, I was getting a hive out of the same meter box. But this is not the same hive because I moved them 10 miles out in the country.
Really?
Oh no, there's like a pretty good swarm there.
It is. I'm actually right now looking for the queen.
Well, it's either there in your hand or right there with all the...
That's true.
Either way, you're 50-50. Set that down in there gently. Don't want to squish nothing. Don't want to get the locals agitated.
Basically what I do now is I just rake the bees.
Yeah, they hadn't been in there long.
Right. Just dump them right in there.
Yep.
Now with the queen and everything that's in there, she puts off a pheromone, so they can smell her.
That make them go right on in there.
That makes them stay right in there.
Well, don't bump or hit nothing. We want them happy, happy, happy. We lost one of them a while ago that got in my hair, and he decided he'd sting me on my middle finger.
Oh.
So my arthritis ought to feel good in that finger. I just got treated. And they're humming along.
All right.
I don't think they're mad. I think they're just finding their new home.
If you see, that right there, is telling them, hey, come here. You know, the queen's right in here. So it's called nasonexing.
Sorry about that.
Get stung again?
Yep.
So,
Do you think you have the queen in there now?
yes.
Yep, I think you do. Which ones are likely to sting you? Are those the ones that go out, the gatherers, or just any of them will do?
Any of them will do right now. Might want to back up. I'm fixing to.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's fixing to give it a good little bump to get most of them in there. And that really don't make them happy, but they'll settle down. And you can see they're all around him, but he's got his protective gear on. And they're going right on in the hive. He hadn't used any smoke yet, probably won't. That was a fair size hive.
It's about 2 pounds of bees.
2 pounds.
I'd say.
I don't know how much I'm going to charge him for this. Have you seen the queen actually yet?
That's what I'm doing right now.
It's probably in that wad you bumped off in there.
Probably.
Because they're steady going in there. Yeah, look, there you go. These are steady going in the box. Yeah. Now you're just gathering up numbers of bees now, aren't you?
Right. Just I'm looking for the queen and just making sure that she's not in here.
I would say I'm 99% certain that she's in that box there the way they're going in it. And staying.
Oh, yeah. And staying.
And staying, and they've really settled down. They realize the queen's not in any trouble.
But the reason why you got bees over here, you still have that pheromone that's inside this.
They pretty well left that gone.
Yeah.
As you can see, Daniel's barehanded on his left hand.
Yeah.
And as you can see me, I'm really don't have any protective gear on.
I can tell you that when it comes to getting close to dark time, bees, they don't like to be bothered. So after the sun goes down.
They do not?
They do not.
Okay.
I've learned that the hard way.
Now, Daniel, can you explain to me and whoever's going to watch this why this is the second hive swarm to go in the same meter box?
Sure. So what happens when a swarm goes into a certain area, basically like 10 cubic, what happens is the queen gives off a pheromone. They start to build comb. And that comb gives off the scent.
Yeah.
So when you go in and you remove either the comb for the first time and take the bees out, it still leaves that scent. So you got a swarm that moves in, goes into the space, the voided space, and smells old comb and just the scents of other bees.
So they just know this used to be a good home and it may still be.
That's correct.
Good
And
deal.
depending on the size of the space that's open, they like it. They like more space so they can build out. If we wouldn't have known about this cavity right here, let's give it a month of time, they could have built out 6 to 7 combs that are 8 inches deep, 6 to 8 inches wide, and you would have had almost 2 of these boxes full. So, but got about 2 pounds of bees right here.
Well, as you can see from earlier, there was probably a couple of 300 swarming around him when he first got in the meter base, but now 20 or 30 at the most, maybe.
That's right.
And everything's settled down. They look happy. They got their queen. Hadn't seen it yet.
And that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm looking for the queen.
And as you can see, Daniel's handling it with his bare hand.
So what happens when the queen is there, they're quiet. And they're just steady busy. When you don't have a queen in a box and you're queenless, people say it sounds like a roaring train, just a loud, they're unsettled.
They're very agitated.
Very agitated, yes. And sometimes if the queen has laid eggs and he's either died or got kicked out, you can go in there in a couple of days and you see like queen cells starting being made. So, but like I said, these bees right here are very calm, and they've just took to this box. And I have not seen the queen yet, which is fine.
She's in there somewhere the way they're acting.
I'm just gonna take a look at this one right here real quick.
As you notice, he's not making any quick jarring motions, not banging them around, or he's treating them with a lot of respect. I know she's in there. I don't see her.
Yeah, she's in there.
Honeybees are pretty, aren't they?
They are.
They're smart. And they all have a job.
Self-contained.
Very good. And he puts the lid on it, and it's about a job well done. And they will find a great home. See them going in the hole? The queen's in there, and they're going in there to take care of it. Job well done.